Yeah.
Sat Shri Akal and welcome to the Punjab Tourism by WICCI. I'm Lipika Guliani, Assistant Professor in Punjab University. Welcome you all this on particular session of Haryala Sawan. सावन दे ਲਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕੁਝ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਲਾਈਨਾਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਇਆ ਸਾਵਨ ਦਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਪਿੰਗਾ ਘੁੱਟਣ ਦਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਫਸਲਾਂ ਲਹਿਰਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਦਰਖਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੀਤ ਗਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਮਾਲ ਪੂੜੇ ਖਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ yes of course this particular savan is full of a lot of authenticity. This particular savan includes a lot of things like Tiyan da Tiohar, it includes the monsoons, it includes Rakhi, Janmashtami. This particular savan or Shravana is the 5th month of the solar Hindu calendar. And the various Hindu festivals also like Janmashtami, I just told, even the Raksha Bandhan, Tej, also celebrate in the Savan month. However, as per the ancient Hindu sculptures, this month of the Savan relates to the worship of the Lord Shiva, one of the principal gurus of the Hindu religion. So we can say that this particular month, this particular Savan da Mahina is having its own importance. And by these welcome notes, I welcome you all by this beautiful or good initiative by WICCI. And welcome you all once again for this particular session. Now it's a time for someone very special. I really want to introduce the one who is the person behind this particular celebration, the person behind this particular initiative. That is the one Professor Rajshri Bhargava, the award-winning academician and a travel entrepreneur. She is assistant professor from Chandigarh University and is also MD with a boutique firm specialized in culture and the rural tourism in Punjab. As a senior member of the Army Wives Welfare Association and the social life coordinator for the Spouse Family Association and IBS, she has been part of organizing international conferences at ISB Hyderabad, Mohali, and ACM India. She is the master and the research scholar in tourism and hospitality industry. And Rashri is also an executive member of Haryana Skill Development Council for the tourism, hospitality, wellness, and education sector. I suppose there are a lot of things which I can say about her, and better it's to give the whole holdings to her. Over to you, Rajshri. Please continue.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lipika. I'm really very thankful for your kind words and really humbled and honored to be the part of WICCI Rural Tourism Council. I'm sure with all vigor and josh, we will be able to do for the rural community of Punjab with the support of WICCI. Our National Business Chamber for Women, Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which means WICCI, boost and builds women's entrepreneurship and business through greater engagement with government institutions, global trade, and network to share a perspective on the various endeavors and the free platform for the women empowerment over the years. With a collective strength of 25 to 50,000 plus members across 120 plus countries, All Ladies League is a movement of sister beyond borders with circle of sisterhood worldwide in a she for she spirit. Women Economic Forum is a global conference platform for the women worldwide to speak, share, connect, and collaborate for the business beyond border. She Economy is the e-commerce for the trade platform for the goods and the services by the women worldwide. And WICCI is our industry and business chamber, which works closely with the government, other chambers, corporate, universities, and the diverse stakeholders across India and internationally toward empowering local and global ecosystems in support of women entrepreneurship for the business. And the WICCI Rural Tourism aim to promote rural tourism and create awareness through various events and the communication channel. The Punjab Rural Tourism, or especially National WICCI Rural Tourism, wants to build a network of women leaders who can contribute towards the development of the rural tourism and closely with the government authorities. WICCI Rural Punjab Tourism aims to create awareness through the cultural creative clusters around historical and natural tourist destinations to promote agriculture tourists and to help farmstay owners to promote and scale up their business through social media marketing. To collaborate hospitality institutions to provide training to the local people for the guided tour and heritage walk, and the rural hospitality from the travel. As we know, we have the most of the travelers who are coming, they are either the foreigners and they are coming from the corporate side. So it is better they should know how to handle these niche segment of the travelers. Punjab Rural Tourism Council have the most energetic and young professionals and the entrepreneurs as the team members. Each council member has a significant role to contribute the society through their expertise in the specific field, which directly and indirectly help in the achieving the goals. So I would like to introduce, first is the Priyadeep Kaur. She is the Vice President of the Punjab Rural Tourism Council, and she is the co-founder of the A2P Energy Solution, which do the wonderful job and most difficult one to convert paddy straw waste into biofuel to solve the problem of the crop burning in the state of Punjab. And the second member I would like to introduce is the Astha Bhargav. She is the MICE professional in the travel company, and her aim to organize more and more MICE event in the Punjab area, so we can attract large number of corporates and the foreign tourists for their CSR initiative in the Punjab area. Now we have the most important, very loving, very sweet Anushka Neol, and she has the first generation agrarian entrepreneur, founder of the 3-1 farm. And she is the one who's really working hard in the farms, have the organic farm, have the doing the quinoa farming, and she's growing the black wheat and the black rice, and she's providing in the Chandigarh back to source kind of bakery, and they are really working the niche segment who are the health conscious and want to have the health benefiting in their diet. So I think she's doing at such a young age, she is doing wonderful job. And next we have the Avleen Kaur. She is serving in the Canadian government, and by profession she is a dentist, but by the passion she is the food blogger and content creator and very, very creative person, and really happy to have in our team. Next is the Miss Amandeep Kaur. She's the awesome person as a title as the Miss Punjaban International runner-up in 2018, and she is a very homely person and at the same time looking after the family, and she's running an institution for the village girls who are coming for the English learning classes and the computer classes, the various courses she is running for those underprivileged people. And the next is coming to Gurpreet Kaur to strengthen our hospitality training team. So we have a hospitality professional in the front office operation. She has served in the many of the 5-star hotels and have the vast experience in the hospitality and corporate client handling. Now coming to Dr. Lipika, I must say she is a great academician, writer, editor, and organizer of the various national and international conferences. And at the same time, she has worked with the many government projects which are the run for the, especially for the tourism from the Ministry of Tourism. Really, Lipika ma'am, we are so grateful to you for joining our this band of energetic professionals. Now, next is coming to the Miss Mini. She is also again a hospitality professional, and she's worked with the MNCs, and she has vast experience in corporate client handling. And she has a 1-year-old son, and still she's want to engage with some kind of work. So she has joined our brigade. And now next is coming to the Meherdeep, again very young and very energetic person. She's an architect professional and the worked on the urban project of Punjab. And next is coming most versatile person as a homemaker and as a person which is the inspiration of lot of all the Indian women. She is a founder of Chef Kala, an award-winning chef and also known as the Rasoi Queen. We will be knowing more when she is going to give a demonstration today on the festival feast. Now coming to the Nandita Karan, she is presently working as an executive chef in the Hotel Lalit in Chandigarh, and we look forward her inputs for improving that 5-star culture in the rural area to especially handling our foreign guests with the authentic rural style. And the next is coming Dr. Nishi Priya. She is also an academician an expert professional in housekeeping division. And coming to the Miss Pooja Makkar, we must say a great feather in our cap because she's a chartered accountant and working with the Punjab government as an assistant general manager in finance in the Punjab Infrastructure Development Board at Chandigarh. And next, coming to Mrs. Ria, she's a homemaker and a great social worker. She's working closely with the Punjab Police for the drug eradication programs and educating many of the youth and helping them to come out with this view. And that next is coming to Miss Sonia Gupta. She's an architect and IGBC aggregated professional with a wide experience in conceptualization, design planning, and execution of green building. She's project management at the Indian School of Business, Mohali. Now he's coming to the Mr. Puinder Balia. She's a serial entrepreneur and the pioneer in education industry of Punjab. She belongs to Sangrur, which have the very high historical values. And many monuments are there which can be explored as a tourist destination. And she is the co-founder of Oak Ridge International School and Mohali Golden Earth Global School of Sangrur. And next to last is not last but not a least that we can say so Shruti Chatwal, and she is a manager at SEAL, which stands for the Student Applied and Engaged Learning at the Indian School of Business, and she is involved in many of the social projects with the corporate industry. And there's a lot many senior higher level of professionals are joining, and she's directly connecting with those people and giving the whatever the possible way she is helping to the society. So I really welcome each one of you in our Punjab Rural Tourism Council and extend my heartfelt thank to Ms. Sahana, so thinking me as a good enough to take this responsibility of towards the Punjab. And I must say these name of all the members I have taken in the serial order, so alphabetically order. So I hope, I really feel that each one of you going to make a lot of difference to the society and the rural community of Punjab. Now I would like to take you a virtual tour of Punjab through a small video, and that Miss Punjaban International, she is going to give you the brief view of Punjab with her small description of Punjab. Now can we have a video please?
सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, आदाब। मैं हाँ मनदीप कौर अरोड़ा ते मैं आप सब दा हरियाली सावन महोत्सव प्रोग्राम दे विच स्वागत करदी हाँ। ते साडे इस प्रोग्राम दा जो हिस्सा है वो है पंजाब दी झलक। सो प्रोग्राम शुरू करन तो पहला असी पंजाब दे विरसे दे उत्ते एक बार झलक जरूर मारांगे। साग नाल मक्की दी रोटी, लस्सी मक्खण पेड़ा, जदों पंजाबण भत्ता लैके खेती मारे गेड़ा। जट्टी हसे फसलां झूमण, जट्टी हसे फसलां झूमण, सुंदर बड़ा नज़ारा ਸਾਡਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪਿਆਰਾ, ਸਾਡਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪਿਆਰਾ। ਸੋ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਪੀਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਹੈ, ਸ਼ੂਰਵੀਰਾਂ ਯੋਧਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਿਲ ਬੜੇ ਅਮੀਰ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਬੜੇ ਜੋਸ਼ੀਲੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਤਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਨੇ। ਅਗਰ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ 5 ਆਬਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਿਆ। ਉਹ 5 ਆਬ ਨੇ, ਰਾਵੀ, ਚਨਾਬ, ਜੇਹਲਮ, ਬਿਆਸ ਤੇ ਸਤਲੁਜ। ਅਗਰ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਨਾਚਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਭੰਗੜਾ, ਗਿੱਧਾ, ਲੁੱਡੀ, ਸੰਮੀ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕ ਨਾਚਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀਅਤ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੌਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਹ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਬੜੇ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਨੇ। ਅਗਰ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਪਹਿਰਾਵੇ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਸਲਵਾਰ ਕਮੀਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਦੁਪੱਟਾ ਪਹਿਨਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਮਰਦ ਕੁੜਤਾ ਪਜਾਮਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦਸਤਾਰ ਸਜਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਰੋਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਗ, ਮੱਕੀ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਲੱਸੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਖਾਣਾ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਮੁੱਖ ਭੋਜਨ ਹੈ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਹੈ, ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਲੋਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਮਾਣ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਲੋਕ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਾਂ ਬੋਲੀ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹੋਣ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਜੋ ਤਿਉਹਾਰ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨੇ ਗੁਰਪੁਰਬ, ਹੋਲਾ ਮਹੱਲਾ, ਮਾਘੀ, ਵਿਸਾਖੀ, ਲੋਹੜੀ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਲੋਕ ਬੜੇ ਹੀ ਧੂਮਧਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਨਾਲ ਮਨਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਲਾ ਜੋ ਹੈ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਦੇ ਬਰਤਨ, ਮਿੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਬਣੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, ਗਹਿਣੇ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜੁੱਤੀਆਂ, ਫੁਲਕਾਰੀ, ਇਹ ਸਿਰਫ ਭਾਰਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਹ ਵਿਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਆਕਰਸ਼ਿਤ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੀ ਵਿਰਾਸਤ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਵਿਰਸਾ ਹੈ, ਜੋ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਿਰਾਸਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਸਕੀਏ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਵਿਰਾਸਤ ਜਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਿਰਸਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਅਮੀਰ ਸੀ। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਅਲੋਪ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ, ਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਖੁਦ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੀਏ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਦੱਸ ਸਕੀਏ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਹਰਿਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਥਿਤ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦਾ ਨਿਰਮਾਣ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਚੌਥੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦਾ ਜੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੇਨ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ ਰੂਰਲ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਟੂਰਿਜ਼ਮ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੇਨ ਮਕਸਦ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਕਸਪਲੋਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟੀਮ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਨਵੇਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਕਾਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰਿਆਦੀਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਇਹ ਕਾਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰੀ ਸੌਂਪਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਪ੍ਰਿਆਦੀਪ ਜੀ, ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੀਡ ਕਰੋ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਸੋ ਮਚ।
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of Punjab Rural Tourism, I welcome you all for today's session. The word Punjab is a compound of the words Panj, which means 5, and Ab, which means waters. Thus, Punjab roughly means the land of 5 rivers. Out of the 5, the Satluj, Ravi, and Beas rivers flow through the Indian Punjab. Located on the northwestern edge of India, it is one of the smaller yet prosperous states of the nation and home to a lively, hospitable, and dynamic people. Punjab is where the foundation of Sikhism was laid, with the profound essence of Ek Onkar. Widely acknowledged as the cradle of civilization, it is a land of ethnic and religious diversity, having borne and shaped a number of religious movements that include Sikhism, Buddhism, and Sufism. The Punjabi language finds its origin in the Indo-European linguistic family that includes Persian and Latin. Naturally blessed with fertile soils and rich water sources, it is primarily an agricultural state and has continually and infinitely contributed towards the food security of the Indian Republic. Punjab's many festivals, Teej, Lori, Vasant, and Vaisakhi, to name some, are celebrations that mirror the farming ethos. Bhangra and Gidda, the traditional dances of Punjab, revolves around and replicates a farmer's daily life. Historically, Punjab has played host to a number of ethnicities, including the Aryans, Persians, Greeks, Afghans, and Mongols, thus bestowed with rich, tangible heritage. Reflecting this history are the countless sites that dot the state. Impressive forts and palaces, ancient monuments, architectural marvels, traditional needlework, and battlefields. Now, this introduction to Punjab is incomplete if I don't mention the one thing that Punjabis hold most dear to them: the food. Distinctively, Punjabi cuisine is known for its rich, buttery flavors along with the extensive vegetarian and meat dishes. Punjabis are known to travel far and wide for their favorite food. On that brief note, I invite all of you to join in today's session that takes all of us through the wonderful journey called the Punjab. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Priyadeep. It was actually a wonderful about the introduction of the Punjab. Must say, when I heard about Punjab, it actually gives a goosebumps to me because yes, being a Punjabi, we are proud of this thing that we are Punjabis. We are proud of Punjab because when you talk about the Punjab is just like a Kohinoor in the crown of India, what I feel like. And yes, whatever you said, it actually depicts the same. But let's have something as well as in Punjabi too, because when you talk about the ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਭਾਰਤੀ ਸੱਭਿਆਚਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਮਹੱਤਵਪੂਰਨ ਸਥਾਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੀ ਹੈ. And must say the way it was actually told earlier by Amandeep, yes, ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਗਰ ਹਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੱਭਿਅਤਾ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਤੇ ਸਿੰਧ ਘਾਟੀ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਸੱਭਿਅਤਾ ਜਨਮ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਤੱਕ ਦੱਸੋ ਦੇ ਦੱਸੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਚੇਤਨਾ ਤੇ ਲੋਕ ਭਲਾਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਬੜਾ ਹੀ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਇਸੇ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਹੈ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੰਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਧਰਤੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਹਰਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਮੁੱਖ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਸਥਾਨ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਮੁਕਤਸਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਫਤਿਹਗੜ੍ਹ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੀਰਤਪੁਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪ੍ਰਸਿੱਧ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਔਰ ਸਿਰਫ ਅਗਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਲਚਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਉਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਲਾਘਾਯੋਗ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਇਟਸ ਨੋਨ ਫॉर ਇਟਸ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲਸ ਐਸ ਵੈਲ ਤੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ ਤੇ ਬੜੇ ਤਿਉਹਾਰ मनाने हैं इसलिए मनाया जाता है पंजाब इज फुल ऑफ कलर्स ये रंग बिरंगा शहर है क्यों बिकॉज वी आर फुल ऑफ लाइफ एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच वंस अगेन Priyadeep for this introduction and I'm really thankful to Amandeep as well for the beautiful video as well as the description about the Punjab. Well, पंजाब है पंजाब ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਜਾਏ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਘੱਟ ਹੈ क्योंकि ਇਹਦੀ introduction ਤਾਂ ਕਦੀ ਮੁੱਕਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਸਤ ਤੇ ਕਦੀ ਮੁੱਕਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ so we do have a lot of speakers over here well known personalities and also must say the wonderful personalities over here who will speak about this Punjab starting from the architecture and the history of the Punjab. It will be taken care by Meherdeep Kaur and then it will include the Sikhism, spirituality and agriculture by Anushka. Authenticity of the Punjab fair in the festival will be covered by Dr. Nishipriya and the ceremonies of Punjab will be covered by Avleen Kaur and then we do have the food feasts as well as the cuisine. भी पंजाबी खान पीन तो बिना ਤਾਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਲੱਸੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਛੋਲੇ ਕੁਲਚੇ ਤੇ ਭਟੂਰੇ ਤੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰੀ ਕੁਲਚੇ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲੀ ਬਸ ਤੇ ਕਵਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤਦ ਤੱਕ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਪੂਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ is famous for the food as well agriculture ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ we are actually famous for our hospitality as well as the food so ਇਸ part ਨੂੰ cover ਕਰਨਗੇ obviously chef Neelu Kaura ji and then we do have the more like the local food culture by Miss Mini. So we do have a lot of wonderful personalities with me who are going to speak about the Punjab पर आगे बढ़ने तो पहले मैं एक गल तो जरूर बोलना ही चाहूंगी that though in Punjabi क्योंकि when we talk about the Sawan because we are here for the Haryala Sawan Mahotsav तो थोड़ी सावन की गल हो जाए तियां दे दिन आ गए सजना अंबरों वगदी तारा Being मेरी तीन वज्जा मारे आ देख के बुलारा because when we talk about the Sawan it's full of the color it's full of the rain. Let's move forward by all these wonderful personalities and all the view about the Punjab. Please let's see.
A very warm good evening to everyone. My name is Meherdeep Kaur. I'm an architect with specialization in urban design and have been working as an assistant professor in a couple of universities. Given my association with the field of the built forms, I will be talking about the architecture of Punjab today. Let me just start sharing my screen. Punjab, as we know, has a very rich history with a number of landmarks that are sprinkled across the landscape of the region. On this occasion, I'd like to take you on a small journey through the history and elements of built forms of Punjab. The architecture of Punjab developed majorly under the Sikh Empire in the 18th and 19th century. The architecture of Punjab is basically a progressive style, which means that it does not have very rigid elements of its own, but it is rather inspired majorly by other styles of architecture, such as that of the Mughal, Buddhist, and even Rajput styles. Some of the landmarks that are exemplary of Punjab architecture are the Golden Temple, which is in Amritsar, and then Sri Anandpur Sahib, which is located in the holy town just near Chandigarh, along with many other gurdwaras and structures that we witness in our daily lives, in our surroundings. Let's see how the Punjab architecture has been influenced by the other styles and their elements in the buildings of our state. For instance, the Qila Mubarak in Patiala. We can see over here some Mughal influences, such as in the form of the onion dome, the multifoil arches, the inlay work. If you may have visited the Mughal structures in Delhi, such as the Humayun Tomb, Red Fort, you may remember and you may be able to relate to some of these elements that you may have seen in those structures as well. Similarly, we can also see some Rajput influence in this structure, which is in Punjab, such as the Chhatri and the oriel windows. Let's go back a little more further and talk about the traditional built forms of Punjab. The history of Punjab actually dates way back to the Harappan civilization until the formation of the Sikh Empire. And with this history, the architectural history of the state has also evolved. Hence, the built form of the state can be divided majorly into three parts. First, of course, there were the Harappan civilization houses. Then the evolution happened in the architecture and we saw emergence of Kacha house. And then the transformation saw the adaptation of the Kacha houses into the Pakka houses, which are also called as the Haveli. The Harappan civilization houses were basically made up of mud bricks, and the houses had rooms that were arranged around a central courtyard with the doors and windows that opened out into the side lanes. The Kacha houses could be multi-room dwelling or the single-room dwelling, which would be arranged around a courtyard, and the ancillary functions such as open bathing space or the open kitchen, along with the cattle shed, all those things would be arranged around the boundary. With more modification and more advancements in the architecture, the structure of the Haveli adapted in a more progressive way. The aim of the Haveli aimed to create a comfortable indoor environment. In terms of more design elements, it focused on structural planning around a courtyard. These Havelis also had a high ceiling. The walls would be quite thick. We can see some small openings in the form of jali work. And also these buildings had pretty large footprints. If we talk about the architecture of Punjab in the modern times, of course, there has been a great evolution. In 1950s, Jawaharlal Nehru, post-independent India, had a vision of a modern India. So he hired a French planner called Le Corbusier for the designing and planning of Chandigarh. In Chandigarh, we can see some iconic structures where we can witness, the play of materials and colors. A lot of them are in the Capitol complex in Sector 1. I'm sure you must have seen these structures, the Secretariat, the High Court, right? So, of course, we can see over here how the architecture has really evolved in the modern times. If we talk about the more contemporary times, in 1999, there was a vision of making a museum called Virasat-e-Khalsa. The intention of making this museum was to commemorate 500 years of the Sikh history and 300th anniversary of the Khalsa. So in 2012, the structure was completed. It has been designed by architect Moshe Savdi, who is from Ukraine. The building, of course, as you can see, has a wonderful built form. It is quite iconic. It is built across a huge area, and the greenery and the water body beautifully complements the structure. Seeing all this, it would be safe to say that with passage of time, the architecture of Punjab has really undergone various adaptations and transformations. In the future times ahead, we can hope to see emergence of some more iconic structures, which, however, would ideally maintain the cultural essence of the region. With this, I would take my leave. I hope you all enjoyed the brief architectural glimpse of the beautiful Punjab. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. And I'm very glad and pleased to have an opportunity to be the part of Wiki team under Punjab Rural Tourism Council. I'm Dr. Nishi Priya from Chandigarh University, and I'm going to talk about ethnicity of Punjab. We all know Punjab is known for its essence of varieties when it comes to any kind of fair and festival of Punjab. There is a saying in Punjab that nobody is Bharati. All must be involved as a bridegroom when it comes to any kind of function or festivals or any fair. When it comes to the fair and festival, we start from Diwali of Golden Temple, Saras Mela, Baisakhi across Punjab, Chapar Fair, Lohri. Of course, we should not forget Hola Mohalla and Guru Parab. So many fair and festivals which always keep alive the zeal of Punjab by various exciting ways and means of celebrating the same. Yeah, so we'll talk about Punjab Fair and Festival. The various festivals which has been celebrated and the fairs which has been installed in the whole across Punjab. We will talk about that. Starting from Golden Temple, Amritsar. Amritsar is where we mostly head towards when it comes to the Diwali. The Diwali celebration in Golden Temple is about dal, roti, ghar, di, Diwali, Amritsar di, which means Diwali here is unparalleled and beautifully celebrated. When it comes to Lohri, is one of the...
Well, thanks for the wonderful speakers. Must say it was a wonderful thing about the introduction of Punjab, the architecture, the Sikhism, spirituality, authenticity, the ceremonies. Well, that was a wonderful thing about it. Punjab, as I told, being a Punjabi, we're really proud of it. But right now, being a Punjabi, we're hungry as well. Because after listening a lot about Punjab, it's a time to feed your tongue, to feed your tummy, because we are really, really hungry. Because right now we are having a very beautiful, very sophisticated and as well a person who can actually feed this hunger, Chef Neelu Kaura. the person who is passionate, dedicated, as well as the hard work. She is the one who won numerous national and international culinary competitions, and her various shows are telecasted in the television channels like NDTV, Good Times, GD Punjabi, and many more. She was recently awarded as a woman celebrity chef, and that is the best woman chef entrepreneur, and she is the one who is awarded with the titles of the celebrity chef, lady chef of the year. Ma'am must say, I'm feeling really very hungry, and she is the one who is influencer at 100 Women Faces, associated with COWE, and is also an Asian Cook record holder. She has organized a cooking competition to give the platform to the women by the name of Rasoi Queen. She has done various workshops with the celebrity chefs like Ranveer Barar, Harpal Singh Sokhi, and many more. Well, ma'am, I must say you are rightly here, because this time is a time to feed the hunger. It's a time to feed ourselves with this Punjabi cuisine, well known for this makki di roti, the sarson da saag with chatti di lassi. And I must say, being you are a Rasoi Queen, so you must have a lot more to say. The whole show is yours now. Thank you.
हाय एवरीवन, नीलू कोड़ा का आप सबको प्यार भरा नमस्कार और हरियाली तीज की सबको बहुत बहुत बधाई। विकी पंजाब रूरल टूरिज्म आप सबके लिए आज का जो इवेंट लेकर आया है, पंजाब दी शान। सच में हम पंजाब के यहाँ पर पंजाब को मैं अपनी रेसिपी के साथ महकाने वाले हैं। पंजाब तो हमारा वस्ता पंजाब है जी, क्योंकि रेसिपी के साथ तो वैसे हम उसको नहीं महका सकते हैं, लेकिन जहाँ पर बात करने वाले हैं विकी पंजाब रूरल टूरिज्म की, मुझे बहुत प्राउड फील हो रहा है। मैं आपको सौभाग्यशाली मानती हूँ कि उन्होंने पंजाब के लिए एक रेसिपी खास अपना पंजाब का कल्चर रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए मुझे यहाँ पर सिलेक्ट किया। थैंक यू सो मच करना चाहूँगी पंजाब रूरल टूरिज्म की टीम का, राशि मैम का, दीपिका जी का, थैंक यू सो मच। आज हम यहाँ पर किचन में आपके सामने, तो रेसिपी की तो बात होगी ही, बिल्कुल। हरियाली तीज है, अगस्त का महीना है, सेलिब्रेशन पे सेलिब्रेशंस हैं, फेस्टिवल पे फेस्टिवल है। हरियाली तीज, सावन का महीना, रक्षाबंधन, 15 अगस्त। और अगर मैं यहाँ पर रेसिपी की बात करूँगी तो वो आप रेसिपी ईद में भी बना सकते हैं। जी हाँ, क्योंकि सिर्फ मैं पंजाब की ही बेटी नहीं हूँ, आई एम प्राउड टू बी एन इंडियन। तो हम पूरा इंडिया की जो रेसिपी को यहाँ पर सेलिब्रेट करने वाले हैं। मीठा रहेगा, कुछ इजी रेसिपी रहेगी, ताकि मेरी सिस्टर, जितने भी यहाँ पर लोग हमें यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं, वो रेसिपी को इजीली अपने घर पर बना सके, अपने भाइयों को खिला सके। तो मैजेक्टी पंजाब दी मेरी रीसा कौन करे। तो ज़्यादा देर नहीं करेंगे, बोर नहीं करूँगी, साथ साथ पंजाब के कल्चर की भी बात होगी। हम यहाँ पर रेसिपी को अपना स्टार्ट करते हैं। शाही टुकड़ा को एक नए अंदाज में हम रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे। आपने बचपन में ब्रेड के ऊपर रबड़ी लगाकर, उसके ऊपर वर्क लगा के शाही टुकड़ा बहुत तरीके से खाया होगा, लेकिन उसमें कुछ ट्विस्ट नीलू कोड़ा का यहाँ पर होने वाला है। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट द रेसिपी की हम बात करेंगे। बहुत सारी बातें होंगी हमारे पंजाब के कल्चर की आपके साथ साथ। यहाँ पर हमने देसी घी लिया है, 1 से 2 बड़े चम्मच यहाँ पर हम देसी घी ले लेंगे। और साथ में हम लेंगे यहाँ पर सेवैयाँ, ये आप देख सकते हैं, ये हम ले रहे हैं यहाँ पर सेवैयाँ। इनको रोस्टेड सेवैयाँ ली है मैंने, पर फिर भी हमने इसको पकाना है, थोड़ा सा इसको भून लेंगे अच्छे से। तो इसको हम साथ साथ भूनेंगे, साथ साथ हम बात करेंगे, क्योंकि मेरे को यहाँ पर चाहिए इसके लिए रबड़ी भी, क्योंकि शाही टुकड़ा बनाने वाले हैं तो रबड़ी भी बहुत ज़रूरी है। तो रबड़ी यहाँ पर मैंने पहले से बनाकर रख ली थी, क्योंकि मुझे टाइम की शॉर्टेज यहाँ पर नज़र आ रही थी। और रबड़ी जब तक चिल्ड ना हो और अच्छे से गाढ़ी रबड़ी का फ्लेवर ना हो तो मुझे मज़ा नहीं आता है। तो रबड़ी को यहाँ पर मैंने पहले से बना के रखा हुआ है। रबड़ी के साथ साथ मैं कुछ टिप्स आपको साथ साथ दे दूँगी यहाँ पर। जैसे जैसे हमारे यहाँ पर सेवैयाँ भून रही हैं, सेवैयाँ हम यहाँ पर बना रहे हैं, आप देख रहे हो ना, सेवैयाँ ईद में भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं, मीठा हम रक्षाबंधन पे भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं, और हरियाली तीज पर तो सेवैयाँ बनती ही बनती हैं। ये हम सावन के महीने में सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, है ना। और हम हरियाली तीज क्यों मनाया जाता है? इस दिन कहते हैं कि जो हमने सब सुना है, पढ़ा है, बड़ों से सुना है, हरियाली तीज में शिव जी ने माँ पार्वती जी को एक वरदान दिया था अपनी पत्नी के रूप में स्वीकार करने का। तो इस दिन ही उन्होंने उनको अपनी पत्नी चुना था, स्वीकार किया था। तो उसी चीज़ को जितने भी सुहागनें हैं यहाँ पर हरियाली तीज को सेलिब्रेट करती हैं। बहुत सारी लड़कियाँ जो मैरिड होती हैं अपने मायके में जाकर ये तीज सेलिब्रेट करती हैं, हरियाली तीज। हाथों पे मेहंदी लगाई जाती है, पूरे अच्छे से ओढ़नी ओढ़ के धूम धड़के के साथ, डांस मस्ती के साथ इस फेस्टिवल को सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है। बहुत सारे ऐसे सेलिब्रेशंस हैं जो हम पंजाब में चीज़ें सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। और मुझे लगता है कि अगर हम अच्छे से इन फेस्टिवल्स को सेलिब्रेट करते हैं ना, तो हमारे बच्चे जो जिनको बिल्कुल भी इन चीज़ों के बारे में नहीं पता है, तो हमें लगता है कि ये चीज़ें हमारी जो बहुत पुरानी ट्रेडिशनल चीज़ें जुड़ी हुई हैं, तो हमें बड़े अच्छे से सेलिब्रेट करनी चाहिए। और बहुत सारे लोग आजकल सेलिब्रेट करने भी लग गए हैं, क्लब्स में किटी मेंबर्स ऐसी चीज़ें सेलिब्रेट करते हैं ताकि लोग इनके साथ जुड़े रहें। और आजकल की जनरेशन को तो बहुत कुछ पता भी लग चुका है, हमारे जो सेलिब्रेशंस हैं, हमारे फेस्टिवल्स हैं। चलिए बात करते करते आपके साथ यहाँ पर हमारी सेवइयाँ यहाँ पर भुन चुकी हैं और रबड़ी मैंने बनाकर पहले से फ्रिज में रखी हुई थी। मैं आपको उसके बारे में थोड़ा थोड़ा साथ साथ बताती जाऊँगी जैसे जैसे नेक्स्ट मेरा स्टेप हम लेंगे। हमारी यहाँ पर सेवइयाँ भुन चुकी हैं। सेवइयाँ को भुनने के बाद हमने इसमें थोड़ी सी शुगर डाल देंगे। हमने बहुत ज़्यादा इसमें अपनी रोस्ट नहीं करनी है, क्योंकि इतनी ज़्यादा अगर हम रोस्ट करेंगे तो बाद में हमारे दूध में भी ये सेवइयाँ पकने वाली हैं, दूध के साथ भी। तो हमने शुगर आपकी चॉइस के हिसाब से डालिए, आपको कितना मीठा चाहिए। तो हमने यहाँ पर शुगर भी ऐड कर दी है। इसमें इलायची पाउडर हम इसमें डालने वाले हैं, क्योंकि उसके बिना तो इसका फ्लेवर अधूरा है। जो इसकी फ्रेग्रेंस, जो इसका अरोमा हमारे पास यहाँ पर आने वाला है। और यहाँ पर मैं थोड़ा सा अब दूध ऐड करने वाली हूँ साथ में। वैसे तो हम जो सेवइयाँ बनाते हैं हम बहुत पतली बनाते हैं, पानी के साथ या दूध के साथ हम खाते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पर मुझे बहुत थिक चाहिए, क्योंकि इन्हीं सेवइयों के साथ मैं फिलिंग करने वाली हूँ फील लेकर। तो हम उसको साथ में से बनाने वाले हैं। इसको पूरी थिक हमें चाहिए। हमने गैस को पूरी तरह से मैंने तेज कर दिया है, ताकि तेज आंच पर इसको ध्यान से हम इसको बनाते जाएंगे। अब मैं इसमें डाल रही हूँ थोड़ा सा मिल्क पाउडर, ताकि हमारी अच्छी थिक और अच्छा फ्लेवर आ जाए इसमें, दूध का फ्लेवर जो अच्छे से आ जाएगा। आप चाहें तो इसमें थोड़ा सा कस्टर्ड पाउडर मिला सकते हैं। कस्टर्ड पाउडर को मिलाने के लिए आपने थोड़ा सा अलग से दूध में मिलाकर भी डाल सकते हैं, ताकि हमारे इसमें लम्स ना आ जाए, लेकिन हमारी जल्दी गाढ़ी हो जाएगी इसके साथ ही। आप चाहें तो अगर आपके पास घर पे बर्फी पड़ी है, आप बर्फी भी इसमें डाल सकते हैं। उसको थिक करने के लिए खोया यूज कर सकते हैं। लेडीज हाउसवाइफ अपने घर में, अपने किचन में बहुत सारे ऐसे एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करती रहती हैं, तो इतनी चीज़ें मुझे शायद लगता है कि बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है यहाँ पर हमें। तो आप देख रहे हैं हमारी जैसे जैसे गाढ़ी हो रही है, तब तक हमने यहाँ पर ब्रेड रेडी कर लेंगे। ब्रेड को मैं आपको दिखा देती हूँ यहाँ पर क्या किया हुआ है। सिंपल मैंने ब्रेड ली है, ब्रेड की मैंने साइड्स, ये ब्रेड ली हमने, ब्रेड की साइड्स को हमने कट कर लिया और उसको हमने बेलन से उसको रोल करके थोड़ा सा उसको पतला कर दिया है। आप देख रहे हैं ये ब्रेड की अब साइज आप चेक कर रहे हैं। ये ब्रेड हमारी यहाँ पर थिक ब्रेड है और उसको हमने रोटी की तरह इसको थोड़ा सा बेल लिया है, वो पतली हो गई है। फीलिंग को बड़े ध्यान से अच्छे से फील करके इसमें फील करेंगे, क्योंकि फेस्टिवल सीजन है और हमारी सेवइयाँ यहाँ पर पूरी तरह से पक चुकी हैं। इसको हमने सेंटर में यहाँ पर इसको रख देना है। ये देखिए इस तरीके से हमने इसको यहाँ पर रख दिया। अब हमने क्या करना है, थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर हम पानी लेंगे, हाथ से टच करेंगे बस ब्रेड को हमने थोड़ा सा साइड से हमने इस तरह से इसको भिगोया और ये साइड्स इसके हम सारी बिल्कुल गीली कर देंगे। ठीक है, पानी के साथ ब्रेड को थोड़ा मॉइस्ट कर देंगे साइड्स को, ताकि हमारी ये जो सेवइयाँ हैं इसको जब हम फ्राई करने वाले हैं तो ये निकलेंगी नहीं। और आपको ये बना के इसको पहले भी रख सकते हैं, इस तरीके से हमारी ये पार्सल बन जाएगा। आप इनको बना के पहले रख दीजिए, सिर्फ आप जब सर्व करने वाले हैं तो अपनी रबड़ी रेडी रखिए और चिल्ड रबड़ी में ये गर्मा गर्म आप उसमें सर्व कर सकते हैं, तो बहुत इजी रहेगा आपके लिए उस समय। ये देखिए ये हमारा पार्सल यहाँ पर बन चुका है और इस तरीके से हम सारे बाकी के पार्सल भी यहाँ पर रेडी कर लेंगे। हम इसको शैलो फ्राई करेंगे, हमें डीप फ्राई नहीं करना है, इसको अच्छे से क्रिस्प हो जाएंगे और रबड़ी के साथ हम इसको सर्व करने वाले हैं। तो चलिए फटाफट से हम अपने बाकी स्टेप्स पे चलेंगे। ये हमारे पार्सल यहाँ पर रेडी हो चुके हैं, ऑयल हमारा गर्म हो चुका है। मैं आप सबको थोड़े से छोटे छोटे यहाँ पर टिप्स साथ साथ देना चाहूँगी। जब आप ब्रेड को फ्लैट करके रख रहे हैं, काट के रख रहे हैं, तो प्लीज़ उसे खुला मत छोड़िए। जब भी आप उसको अच्छे से थोड़ा सा टॉवल के साथ या किसी अपने नैपकिन के साथ उसको अच्छे से रैप करके रखिए, ताकि वो आपकी ड्राई ना हो जाए। ठीक है, हमें इसको ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा, बहुत जल्दी हमारी ये हो जाएंगी। क्योंकि ब्रेड को हमने रोस्ट करना है तो बहुत जल्दी रोस्ट होने वाली है, तो इस चीज़ का थोड़ा ध्यान में रखिएगा। फास्ट काम करेंगे हम इसमें थोड़ा सा। ये देखिए सिर्फ 3 to 4 मिनट्स हमारे इसमें रखते हैं और अच्छे से हमारी ये क्रिस्प हो जाएंगे ब्रेड। इसको मैं थोड़ी आपको 2 तरीके से प्रेजेंटेशन बताने वाली हूँ। एक तो हम बिल्कुल सिंपल रखेंगे, ट्रेडिशनल वे जो हमारा पंजाब का हम सर्व करते हैं उसके हिसाब से। ये देखिए इस तरीके से ये हमारे पार्सल यहाँ पर रेडी हो चुके हैं। बहुत ही सिंपल रेसिपी है, क्योंकि टाइम थोड़ा सा मुझे था कि सिर्फ मुझे 10 मिनट दिए गए थे, क्योंकि बाकी सब लोग भी 1 by 1 अपने सेशन में आने वाले हैं। तो 10 मिनट्स में थोड़ी सी ट्रेडिशनल भी था, फेस्टिवल के हिसाब से भी रेसिपी चूज़ करनी थी, तो आपके लिए बहुत सिंपल सी रेसिपी मैं यहाँ पर लेकर आई हूँ। तो चलिए हमारे यहाँ पर पार्सल्स रेडी हैं, सेवइयाँ रेडी हैं, रबड़ी रेडी है। इट्स टाइम टू प्लेट प्रेजेंटेशन। प्लेट प्रेजेंटेशन हम करेंगे थोड़ा सा यूनिक वे में हम करेंगे। ये देखिए हमारे पास थिक जो हमारी ये रबड़ी बिल्कुल रेडी है। तो हमने यहाँ पर एक सांचा लिया है, मोल्ड लिया है मैंने यहाँ पर एक राउंड। आप अपनी चॉइस की प्लेटिंग कर सकते हैं। ये थोड़े से मैं अपने कुछ यहाँ पर टिप्स देने वाली हूँ। यहाँ पर इस तरीके से हम इसको तिरछा काट लेंगे, जैसे आप स्प्रिंग रोल खाते हैं। तो चलिए अब हम इसको रिमूव कर देते हैं अपने मोल्ड को। हल्की सी फैलती है कोई बात नहीं, क्योंकि हमारी प्रेजेंटेशन ही थोड़ा सा। तो चलिए अब हम यहाँ पर ये 2 शाही टुकड़े इस तरीके से इसको खड़ा करने वाले हैं। भाई लाज रखेगा हमारी, शाबाश, वेरी गुड। के ऊपर ड्राई फ्रूट स्प्रिंकल कर देंगे। आप चाहें तो रबड़ी में ही ड्राई फ्रूट ऐड कर सकते हैं। इस तरीके से देखिए हमने यहाँ पर ड्राई फ्रूट यूज कर लिया है। अब हम इसमें थोड़ी सी इलायची पाउडर स्प्रिंकल कर देंगे अपनी प्लेट पर। फ्रेश रोज पेटल्स अपनी प्लेटिंग में कलर देने के लिए यहाँ पर मैंने यहाँ पर अपने गार्डन से ही लेकर आई हूँ, फ्रेश अभी। ये देखिए इस तरीके से यहाँ पर हमारा। आप चाहें तो इसमें रोज एसेंस डाल सकते हैं, केवड़ा एसेंस यूज कर सकते हैं। इस तरीके से हमने थोड़ी सी इसको कलर, ठीक है। व्हाइट चॉकलेट मोल्ड मैंने बनाकर रखा हुआ था। मोल्ड के अंदर ही मैंने व्हाइट चॉकलेट के साथ इसको बनाया हुआ है। तो हम यहाँ पर सिर्फ इसको प्लेट प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए यहाँ छोड़ देंगे। और ये कहते हैं चेरी ऑन द टॉप, लेकिन मेरे घर में यहाँ पर चेरी ऑन द टॉप नहीं, मिंट लीफ ऑन द टॉप। यहाँ पर हैव अ लुक, आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर प्लेट प्रेजेंटेशन। हम अब क्या करेंगे, देसी स्टाइल हमारा जो है प्रेजेंटेशन का, हम इसमें आप चाहें तो पूरे 3 पीस भी रख सकते हैं। आपकी चॉइस है, आप कितना सर्व करने वाले हैं, किस तरीके से सर्व करने वाले हैं, आप उस तरीके से भी इसको सर्व कर सकते हैं। एक्चुअली हमने अभी ये काटा है इसको, तो उस हिसाब से थोड़ा सा ये चलिए डिश यहाँ पर रेडी है। बहुत ही सिंपल और इजी वे से बनाई गई। फेस्टिवल सीजन है, हरियाली तीज की फिर से आप सबको नीलगौड़ा की तरफ से बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद। आई एम फीलिंग प्राउड टू बी पार्ट ऑफ दिस इवेंट एंड कीप स्माइलिंग, कीप कुकिंग, स्टे हेल्दी। थैंक यू सो मच, टेक केयर, बाय बाय।
Thank you so much, Neelu Koraji, and we're really going to relish your dishes, and I think every child and every person is going to love, and every woman of the Indian society would like to be the chef like you, and you are given a new perspective to all the ladies and the women around the world, I must say, especially in India or Punjab. They are going to be one of the kind of, you will be the one of the inspiration for this thing. So next, I would like to invite Minnie. She is going to speak about that Punjab local food. Like Chef Neelu Koraji, she has talked about the festive dishes and all, but what actually makes our food. So Minnie is going to talk about that. Thank you so much, and I would like to invite Minnie for this thing.
A very warm welcome to everyone. Sat Sri Akal ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ. Let me introduce myself. My name is Minnie, and I'm a marketing professional with 9 years of experience across different MNCs like DuPont and Suzuki Motorcycles. I have masters in hospitality and tourism from Punjab Technical University. I'm also a certified professional in digital marketing. Currently on a career break to bring up my son. I'm also freelancing some social media and digital marketing projects with a couple of companies. I'm delighted to join Vicky to further a cause close to my heart, which is Punjab and tourism. So let me give you a little bit brief about me, my connection with Punjab. So I was born into a family with a mixed culture. My dad hails from Hoshiarpur in Punjab, while my mom is from the hills of Himachal. But predominantly, our living was close to a Punjabi family with the Punjabi language spoken at home. So food has been an integral part in my family, or I would rather call it the most important aspect of any Punjabi family. As everyone knows, that Punjabi food is famous across the world, be it tandoori chicken or tandoori roti, paneer tikkas, which have taken Punjabi cuisine to the world. But there are many aspects of Punjabi cuisine which remain in homes in the interiors of Punjab and its dhabas, which is roadside eateries unexplored of its potential. So today I'm going to speak about some of the unknown favorites here and try to take you on a virtual food trail through rural Punjab. Let's start with the staple food of Punjab, our evergreen pranthas. No matter who you are, chances are that you have had prantha at least once in your life. This delectable offering has come to India through the annals of Punjabi cuisine. And what a discovery that was, wasn't it? Be it plain or stuffed, this bread is a staple of most Punjabi households. Even while traveling, the most preferred item to eat at a dhaba is mostly always a prantha. Fried in desi ghee with homemade curd is just a delight to your stomach. Along with lassi, a drink known far and wide. It's something Punjabis pride themselves. Though it can be salty, the original lassi as it became famous is sweet with a dollop of cream and butter to make it as rich as you can. Comes to Punjabi food fiesta, we call it chole bhature. The soft, slightly fermented bhaturas should be your go-to when you are craving some hardcore spicy food of Punjab while traveling. Our light and flavorful food is Punjabi pakoda curry te rajma chawal. These attest to the awesomeness of the day-to-day food of our Punjab and people. Our all-time favorite, sarson ka saag and makki di roti, a match made in heaven. It's just the perfect example of a dish eaten daily in Punjabi house, particularly during winters. Our tandoori delights, tandoori chicken, paneer tikka, chicken tikka, which is cooked in a tandoor by placing it on skewers. And the city of Amritsar has some of the best spots to try out our tandoori flavors. Amritsari fish tikka is also one popular appetizer in Amritsar. Please go and check that out too. Our evergreen gobi shalgam gajar pickle, a traditional Indian pickle made with cauliflower, turnip, and carrot. It's tangy, sweet, and spicy, usually prepared in the winter season and eaten with the buttery food of Punjab, mostly all the time. Coming to the dessert part. A Punjabi household never runs out of sweets or dessert. I have always seen my dad keeping a stock of different types of sweets and munching on them at regular intervals. Punjabi desserts consist of kheer, gulab jamuns, gajar ka halwa, sevia, jalebi, imrati, amongst others. While you may have heard about some of these already, there are some of the lesser known delights from Punjab, like pinni, shakarpara, panjiri. So pinni is a winter favorite dish made with desi ghee, wheat flour, jaggery, and almonds. And panjiri is another winter favorite made from whole wheat flour, laced with dried fruits to keep you warm and help new mothers to recuperate after childbirth. And this is one of my comfort food, which I went to after my son was born. So after my favorite, let's go to my son's favorite, shakarpara, made from semolina and flour, light and not overly sweet. He relishes this as a snack, and we also as a family love to munch it along with our tea. You can find all these sweets in mostly all the shops out there in Punjab or any city of Punjab. Any food trail into the rural Punjab isn't complete without the taste of Guru Ka Langar and Kara Prasad at the nearest Gurdwara. Every memory from my childhood is mixed with visits to different Gurdwaras across the country. On our trips across the country, we were always happy to visit Gurdwaras to eat the langar, a simple and wholesome meal served at the free community kitchen, served by karsevaks of all faiths in the dining areas of the Gurdwaras. As kids, we used to help serve at the Gurdwara's kitchen while my father helped cook and clean. So now that we have covered food, what would you take home when you return from your trip to Punjab? And what are those little things that will remind you of Punjab and its colorful culture? Yes, it's shopping. I have listed the things that I really feel one must add to their shopping list while visiting Punjab. And I'm sure just by looking at the picture, one cannot miss out the colorful thread work and embroidery which our Punjab offers. Let's start with our beautiful fulkari. Fulkari refers to the folk embroidery of Punjab. You can find various types of fulkaris work in the market. Earlier days, fulkaris were made by the women, especially by grandmothers and mothers, for young girls to be gifted to them on their wedding. We can always go and buy fulkari suits and dupattas, all sort of fulkari work on different things in the market of Amritsar, Patiala, or any nearby market of Golden Temple. Punjabi suit, a three-piece Punjabi ethnic outfit, which you will find in the markets, is a must-buy when you're visiting Punjab. Punjabi jutti, a traditional footwear usually made up of leather, a must-buy for women in Punjab during festivals and weddings. So during your visit, one must look for some colorful Punjabi juttis with beads or lace or some decorative small mirror work. There is something called paranda. It's a hair accessory used in braiding. One can definitely find it in the bazaars of Patiala and Amritsar. Even today, it is gifted to the brides by women in the family as part of culture and tradition. Kalire, an accessory worn by Punjabi bride in her hands during a wedding ceremony. Kalire is a symbol of good luck, prosperity, and blessings given to the bride from her family and friends. So if you want to buy Kalire, Kila Chowk in Patiala offers large variety of Kalire. Along with this, Chura, set of bangles. Chura is set of bangles worn by Punjabi brides, another part of the rich Punjabi culture and tradition, and is symbol of marital bliss and blessings bestowed upon her by her family members and friends. So one should check out Chura and Kalire from the nearby markets of Punjab. Turban, it's a long piece of cloth worn as a headgear by Sikh men. Again, you can find in the markets, local markets of Punjab. Pakhi. Pakhi is a handheld fan usually made up of wood and fabric. You can find some of these in lanes of old bazaars of cities. I spotted a few in Patiala Sure, you get them in Amritsar, Ludhiana, Jalandhar as well. There were times when these were made by local women with fabric, wool, and cane at home. Last but not to be missed, miniature of our magnificent Golden Temple. Yes, beautiful miniature of our Golden Temple is a must buy. Coming to food, papad, vadiya, pickle, jaggery. These are the food items one should take this taste back with you to your home. So you can buy Amritsari papad, vadiya from Hall Bazaar in Amritsar and Gur Mandi in Patiala. Mishri Bazaar, Amritsar are the places that you can buy pickles from. So I hope this gives you a glimpse into Punjab's culinary culture and unique collectibles to take back home. I hope you had a great time listening and looking at the pictures our beautiful Punjab is all about. So thank you so much and have a great day.
Thank you, Minnie, for the wonderful presentation. I really feel hungry and looking for the makki ki roti and sarson ka saag in coming with that. And the lassi is also my favorite for all. Okay, so now for the next thing, I would like to invite Ms. Dr. Lipika. And I must say, when the way she described the handicrafts and this thing, you may not be, means to be associating with this Punjab, but they are real Punjab. So, Dr. Lipika, we are really keenly waiting you to listen and knowing more about our true Punjab, because as we say, because that India, for the Punjab, we call it India begins from here. So over to you for your presentation, and going to learn a lot.
Sat Shri Akal. Welcome to the Punjab Tourism. I'm Dr. Lipika Guliani, Assistant Professor, University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management, Punjab University, Chandigarh, as well as the member of WICCI, Rural Tourism Council. Everyone knows Punjab for its culture, its creativity and hardworking people. But this time we're talking about the Tiyan da Tyohar, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਤੀਆਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਮੁਟਿਆਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਇਨਕੰਪਲੀਟ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਏਗਾ. तो listen to the few of the lines about that. ਤੰਮੀ ਵੇਲੇ ਚਾਟੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁੰਜਨ ਮਦਾਣੀਆਂ, ਰੂਪ ਨਾਲ ਰੱਜੀਆਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਰਾਣੀਆਂ, ਮੱਕੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਰੋਟੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ, ਜੱਟੀਆਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀਆਂ ਡਾਢੀਆਂ ਸੁਖਾਲੀਆਂ, ਕੰਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਡੰਡੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ. With these beautiful words, I will take you towards a tour of the Punjab handicrafts. Moving to this Punjab or the crafts of the Punjab, I will start or begin with one of my favorite, that is Punjabi Jutti. Everyone knows this Punjabi Jutti is famous part of the Punjab, which is known for its color, for its creativity, as well as the embroidery. It includes Tilla Jutti, Kasuri Jutti, Peshawari and Lahori Jutti are very famous over here. And this golden as well as the silver embroidery is known, it's very well known over here. And various folk songs are also inspired by these kind of the juttis. Let's listen one of it. जुत्ती कसूरी पैरी ना पूरी हाय रब्बा वे सानू तुरना पिया हाय रब्बा वे सानू तुरना पिया. Thank you. These Punjabi juttis are actually, because Punjabi jutti nahi, every handicraft is actually the part of the various folk songs. Moving to the next is the Fulkari, the crafts of the Punjab. Fulkari, which is full of the color, it actually represents the culture of the Punjab. These different colors actually depict how colorful the culture of the Punjab is. And these kind of the dupattas are known as the gardens or bagh. This is the bagh design where the full dupatta is curved up and it's a hand embroidery and it's very famous in the world all over. And this is one of the toughest work which is actually done by the women or the ladies of the Punjab and is well appreciated. Moving to the next is the parandis, again one of the handicrafts which is very very famous in Punjab. This particular parandis are actually used by the ladies of the Punjab or the Punjabi ladies, and they actually use it up in their hair in order to for the hair extension, and the latkans over there in the this parandi make it more attractive and colorful. Moving to the next is the basketries or the chiku. Chiku is again one of the good or the famous handicrafts of the Punjab. This kind of the handicrafts is actually easily available in Punjab. These basketries is basically used for the various household purposes or some kind of the, you can say, in order to put or the keep the things aside. And by the best of the time, these kind of the works are used as show pieces in the various homes as well. And these basketries are actually these days are the one of the very colorful and the, you can say, antique kind of the designs are used in every houses in Punjab. And this is the hand fan or pakhi. This pakhi is again is having the very you can say traditional touch, again made up of hand with the very beautiful colors which actually represents the Punjab. And you can see the tilla as well as the various colors which has been used in order to make it more attractive. These kind of the pakhis are actually are having the curly ends with a very sweet wooden handle in order to handle this particular pakhis. These are again one of the famous handicrafts. Moving to the next is traditional chhajja. This kind of the chhajjas and the tokras, because these are the two things which are easily available over here, chhaj or the chhajja. These are made of the sarkandas over here in Punjab, and this particular chhaj or the chhajja which I told of is used to separate the husk from the rice. But these days these kind of the chhajjas are used up in various marriages or the functions in order to decorate the and in order to depict the culture of the Punjab too. The next is the wooden handicrafts which is actually famous in Hoshiarpur. These handicrafts are again one of the best thing in Punjab and is obviously demanded by the world all over. And these handicrafts are actually famous. The famous area is the Hoshiarpur over here. Kartarpur, Jalandhar, you can see these kind of the wooden handicrafts over there. And they actually used very beautiful sandalwood items as well, the very beautiful carved sandalwood items over there, and you can see the beauty over here. And moving to the next is the peedis or the peedas. This is again one of the famous handicrafts in Punjab. These peedis are actually available everywhere in Punjab, in every house of the Punjab, which is used for the sitting purposes. It is available and it's full of the colors, obviously again depicting the colorful Punjab. And then we do have the woodware sorry, which is one of the creativity of the Punjab. This kind of the woodwork is available in Punjab, and is obviously these kind of the things are also used with the making of the peedis or the peedas as well. And then is the Punjabi bed manja, known to everyone, but this is one in order to sleep over there. We do have the basic manjas as well as the colorful Punjabi manjas also, where they use the different colors in order to depict the Punjabi culture. Then we do have the daris over here. Daris are the kind of the rugs which is used in every house in Punjab. These are again handmade daris. As I told, the handicrafts over there are very famous. These daris as well as the khis, these are again one of the very important handicraft of the Punjab, used everywhere. And these are the form of the cotton rugs, and it is used in every household in every place in Punjab. And especially Hoshiarpur, Jalandhar, Anandpur Sahib, Nakodar are famous for these kind of the handicrafts over there. And one of the important thing is that is the brass, copper and the kansa utensils. And Jandiala Guru Ka is a home community which is actually preparing these kind of the utensils, and they are known as the thethras. They manufacture these traditional utensils by hand, by hitting up these kind of the metals and giving them the different shapes. And these are very you can say this is an exotic blend of the art and the craft over here. Then one of the famous thing in Punjab is the sarablo utensils. These sarablo utensils are actually made up in one particular village in Mohali, Punjab. And this particular village is blessed by Guruji in order to prepare these kind of the utensils. And that time, 7th Guru, Guru Shri Har Rai Sahib Ji, gave the blessings or blessed the whole village, and this whole village is involved in preparation of these kind of the sarblo utensils. And then pottery or the mud work is never ever neglected in Punjab. It's very famous in Punjab. Everywhere you can see this kind of the mud work. And this particular mud work has been taken a very extensive way, where you can see the mud work used up in various houses, and this is known as a chokpurna. Chokpurna is kind of the crafts and the colors you can see over there in the various houses in Punjab, they usually use these kind of the colors or these kind of the drawings in case of the different festivals like the Diwali, Dussehra, or in case of the marriages as well. And then this is a handmade ball called Khiddu. This time I suppose that nobody knows what exactly the Khiddu is, because this is the ball made up of the threads as well as the rough cloths over there at houses made by the various ladies of the Punjab. And then the folk toys like the guddi and the clay toys are also very famous in Punjab, made up of the obviously clay, and then you can say embroidered or beautifully designed by the different cloths and giving up the creativity. These kind of the toys are very famous in Punjab. And then the handmade paintings and the mural paintings are obviously the, you can say, is another feather in the Punjab handicraft, because these handmade paintings and the mural paintings are one of the best handicrafts of Punjab, is available here in Punjab only. And then the strings and the nalas are the one which is again available in Punjab. These different strings are used in order to hold the lower cloths of the body, which is basically worn by either the males or the females. But these days these particular strings and the laras got a very extensive look by using the mirrors or another latkans over there. And then moving to this Punjabi toll, and I suppose everybody has ever somewhere in their life had already listened this dhol, this music. This is one of the authentic music of the Punjab, and obviously given by this dhol. And then moving to the chula or mitti da tandoor, this is again one of the famous handicraft of the Punjab. This is particular chula is made up by the mud only, and the whole Punjabi cuisine is actually well inspired by these chullas, and this particular authenticity as well as, you can say, heritage touch of the food is due to these chullas only. And this madani, and everybody knows about chatti di lassi. This chatti di lassi is actually the blessing by this madani only, and which actually helps us to give the lassi full of the cream as well. And these are the various ornaments which are very famous in Punjab, like natni, kada, kantha, saggi full, kangan. These are the various ornaments which is very, very famous in Punjab. And then obviously the charkha. And as I told, various folk songs are actually inspired by these handicrafts, because these handicrafts are mostly prepared by the ladies of the Punjab. So let's have one more folk song inspired by this handicraft. Maya tere vekhਣ ਨੂੰ ਝੁਕ ਚਰਖਾ ਗਲੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਪਾਣੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਤਦੀ ਕੰਧ ਤੇਰੀਆਂ ਯਾਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਮਾਇਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਵੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Lipika ma'am, for such an insight and going about the knowing about all the handicrafts and that kind of basketry work and that lovely wood craft. And I'm sure we are going to explore all these handicrafts and coming out in exhibition in one of the fair and festival. And maybe due to COVID guideline, we may not be going to visit. But definitely, we are going to have exhibition, virtual exhibition like today we are doing with the Punjab Di Jhalak. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And now for the next, we are inviting our bubbly Shruti Chatwal, and she's coming with a message about the awareness for the environment. And we know tomorrow is Rakhi. And she's coming at a very innovative idea, that plantable Rakhi, which is eco-friendly. And once a sister tie Rakhi to the brothers, and that once it is done, after that they are going around in the corner. So best way, if we that make a Rakhi which have the seeds and it can be planted, and after some time we can see their brother and sisters love grow into a beautiful plant, and every day they are going to remember their brother and sisterhood. So Shruti, we welcome you. And I must say, Shruti is, as I already mentioned in the thing, she is very energetic, very creative person, and she loves dancing, music and all. After this demo, she is going to present a lovely Punjabi Kodi dance. So over to you, Shruti, and all is yours. Welcome to the show.
नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, गुड इवनिंग। तो आज हम बनाएंगे प्लांटेबल राखी। तो दिस इज अगेन अ ग्रेट वे टू सेव द एनवायरनमेंट। ओके, तो हम शुरू करते हैं। तो सबसे पहले देखिए हमारे पास बीज हैं अलग अलग, जैसे कि ये देखिए ये मेथी बीज है, ये धनिया है, ये तुलसी के हैं, ये कद्दू है और एक खीरा है। तो सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे, ये रिसाइक्लेबल पेपर लेके ऐसा एक उसकी हम शेप बना लेंगे, जो भी आपको शेप चाहिए है। मैं बेसिकली टेडी बेयर की शेप बनाई है। उसके ऊपर हम क्या करेंगे, हम ये बीज चिपकाना शुरू करेंगे और जब एक बार ये वो सूख जाएंगे, बीज लग के बीज सूख जाएंगे, तो हमें देखिए ये मौली है जो नॉर्मली हमारे घर में अवेलेबल होती है, उसको हम उससे हम नीचे से बांधेंगे ताकि एवरीथिंग इज रिसाइक्लेबल। अब आप ये देखिए, I will show you the राखी that I have made. See, इसमें सारे सीड्स हैं जो मैंने आपको दिखाए हैं, कितने ब्यूटीफुल लग रहे हैं, as well as is safe for environment also. और ये हमारी राखी की थाली तैयार है। Happy राखी everyone.
Thank you, Shruti, for that wonderful performance and teaching us all about plantable Rakhis. It is a call of time to avoid plastics wherever possible and move towards eco-friendly alternatives. Thank you, Chef Neelu, for that amazing Shahi Tukra recipe. At least I'm all charged up and gearing to try it out in the morning. Special vote of thanks for Sahana Ahmed ma'am, National President, Rural Tourism Council, Wiki, for making time and joining us today. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rajshri ma'am, President, Punjab Rural Tourism, for leading from the front and guiding all the council members. Thank you to all our live viewers for joining us today for the Haryali Sawan Mahotsav. Wish you a very happy season ahead. Last but not the least, thank you to all the council members for the wonderful contributions made by them and putting it all together. Thank you and have a good evening.